don't know. It's alive. That's right, Mike. I'm really like it's. I kind of. I mean, it seems like everybody seems to be pretty interested, and so I'm gonna go over really just everything that happened, and it's been like a long, absolutely crazy day. And I wasn't supposed to come home, so that was like the oddest thing of it all too, because you know, it seems like this kind of procedure is different than other kinds of procedures because it's like you are you it's almost a conveyor belt. That's I mean, and Mike, you probably other people that have been through this kind of thing. This is the first kind of thing I've experienced like this, but it's almost like which I'm actually happy about. There's no like with the people that work there, it's there's no emotions. This is like conveyor belt medicine. And again, happy about it because you want these people doing this a lot. And so that's definitely off-putting as as you can get because it's not warm and fuzzy medicine. It's this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna do it, this is what you're gonna do, shut up and go in. And and I say that in the absolute nicest way possible. It's not said out of any kind of like I'm not dissing anybody at all. Everybody was great. It is insane that I am home because I'll go through the day. I mean, got there at like 7:45 and I it was like being in an airport because you check in on a computer first and then you oh thank you and then you are checked in and again super freaking clinical, no warm and fuzzies at all. So and then I was like freaked out because one nurse was like 100%. They probably did 100 today, Brad. And one nurse is like, "Well, you probably don't. You probably don't. Like it was weird. She's like, you probably don't need a stent. These tests are wrong a lot. This is the test you need." And I'm like, "But I feel like crap." And then the doctor came in. She was incredibly nice, but again, super clinical. This is what we're gonna do. And then you go into I did it on purpose. And then you go into a surgical suite, and that room is absolutely overwhelming. With that room is like absolutely overwhelming with big machines, big machines, big computers, lots of people in gowns, almost like a ritual thing, like a cult thing. And again, super clinical, really freaks you out like crazy. Like, I mean, no one's talking to you, just, I mean, very freaking me out. They wouldn't let me wear my hat, and they're like, "Is that your lucky hat?" I'm like, "No, I'm bald and I'm cold." And she's like, "We only allow lucky hats." I'm like, "But I'm cold and I'm bald." And she's like, "We only allow lucky hats." I'm like, "Okay, it's not. I don't want to lie to that person." So, it was just they it was wild because all these machines around you, and I was nervous because the nurse was like, "You probably most of the time people don't need a stent." I'm like, "What?" And it was just she wasn't very nice. She was not very nice, and I'm like, "Really?" I mean, she's like, "That doesn't mean anything." I'm like, "Okay, like if I don't need a stent." I got nervous. I figure you could have, Mike. I got nervous because I'm like, if I don't need a stint and this isn't the problem, I'm back to like ground. I'm back to like the first day of going to doctors again because we don't know what's wrong with me. So I was like, it gave me absolute anxiety thinking I'm going in there, I'm going through this. No, I've had a lot of surgeries. Um, I'm going through this and I'm not going to do a stint. And then it's kind of quiet in the room. They doubled up on the drugs to make me more comfortable because I was like very nervous, and I was awake the whole time. And the nurse is like, "Oh, you need a stint." They're like, "Yeah, yeah, you're," because originally the first test showed I had a 70% blockage, so I had a full on 90% blockage. She's like, "You're gonna need a stint." I'm like, "Oh, it's at 70%." Like she's like, "No, it's like 85, 90, and and you're gonna feel much better." Todd, tell her to close the door because she yells when she talks on the phone. Um, so they're like, the nurse flat out was like, um, I wasn't driving anybody crazy, surprisingly, because I was so nervous. I was like quiet, like I could hardly talk. Um, so I was so quiet because like I was so nervous. So and one of the nurses was super mean, so I was scared. Yeah, so it was a 90% blockage, and the nurse right there and or the doctor right there and then was like, "You're gonna feel so much better." Um, so your phone. I wore a shirt that said "Eating animals is weird," so I was doing the whole vegan thing all over the place. So it was really a crazy, surreal experience. It still feels like it was like a dream. Like it was very odd. Um, I don't feel better yet because I'm nauseous, I think, from everything. They don't put you under at all. Like you are fully awake, which is super weird. The most painful part of it is the lidocaine. Um, and then they did it through my arm. So I have so they did it through my arm and it's a little swollen. But and then you just sit there and lay there for like the whole day. I had a stint, I had a 90% blockage, and mm, what's the aftercare procedure? They kick my ass out. I have to check in with the cardiologist and I feel like the mean nurse knew I was vegan because she kept saying, "You can't lift over a gallon of milk. You can't lift over a gallon of milk." And I was gonna like poke the bear, but she was the bear and she was in charge of taking my catheter out. So that's all she kept saying. So so it was probably an hour and a half in the procedure room. The prep was awesome because they're so I can't pick up pigs for a week. I have to chill out and I can't pick up I can walk around, I can do all that stuff. Um I definitely feel odd. Like and I don't know if it's Karen and with. I think she watches me. Hi Rebecca. I don't think she even liked me. Exactly. Wait, what's next? Um she wasn't very nice. And I was surprised, like, because they kept saying, yeah, if they put a catheter, if they put a stent in, you can't go home till tomorrow. And then like I got out of there, and like you're gonna go home about 7 o'clock tonight. I'm like, really? I'm telling you, you guys would have not recognized me there because I was like so quiet. I wasn't talking at all because I was so freaked out. But then they're like, "Oh no, you're gonna go home at 4:30." I keep breaking up and freezing. Really? So I'm just happy. I'm telling you, it was freezing in there, and I brought my own blanket. I did bring my own blanket. Oh shit! Oh, they definitely threw it out. Especially this nurse there. She's cleaning her car with it right now. Through tests, I had a bunch of tests. Yeah, YouTube is dying too. I don't know what's going on. Good. My mom's happy I left the blanket there. I really love that blanket. I am gonna call. I don't want you to buy. I want my old one. I've had it for years. I knew I was gonna forget it. She was not a nice person. No, YouTube's back. It should be back. It looks like it's back, Brett. I just got home like a half hour ago. Um, Hi Angela. I feel like hi Krista's on. We did run out of there, and she was ripping the hair off my arms. I feel like on purpose. Hi Sue. I know. I'm gonna get that together, Sue. I got a box for it, so I'm gonna send that this week. I can switch to Wi-Fi. Let me switch to Wi-Fi on Instagram. Hold on. I switched to Wi-Fi. I just switched to Wi-Fi on Instagram. Let's see if this helps. I'm gonna call them, but I feel like they threw it out on purpose. It's such a good blanket. I'm excited to wake up tomorrow to see kind of how I feel. I think I'm just nauseous from the medication, and no, I just switched to YouTube. I just switched. No, she's cleaning her car with that blanket, I'm sure. Hi. Is the Yorkie and the little black? Yeah, yeah, they're very alive. um, no special diet. I'm fine. Um, a bunch. Oh, Facebook is. I've been drinking water a bunch. I was a very good patient. I was just super quiet. I'm in this hand. Yeah, I'm using this hand because I'm not supposed to lift anything. Um, YouTube seems to be working again. I don't know what the heck's going on. Um, but they stabbed my rooster. Um, Princess is snoring. They put the stent through my wrist. 90% blockage. Yeah, they put it right through the rooster. Look, I'm saying in that way, Brian, because I don't want you to go anywhere. I got a lot of medicine. Um, I'm saying that in a very certain manner. I was super quiet, believe it or not. I was super quiet. I didn't talk at all. I was just nervous, you know. No, I have no diet restrictions, but I'm on a bunch of medications. Um, certain forever, certain for just a year. Um, sounds like you had a cath. Well, they had to use the catheter to put that in, I believe. So I'm gonna, I'm just gonna kind of talk about this because I'm not gonna do it tonight because I'm super tired. But I definitely want to talk about secession plans, um, because that basically came into. They didn't have to suture it. Hi, Wendy. Wendy's on. Wendy's on. Everybody, Wendy's on. They didn't have to suture it. It's literally just. It was just a needle. Um, I didn't feel high. I didn't get propofol. It sucks. They just. I don't know what Wendy knew what they gave me. Wendy, what did they give me? She said the word. I don't remember what the word was. The medication she gave me. Um, Wendy's on Instagram. Wendy's been talking me off the ledge. Little brother. Wendy's been talking me off the ledge for a couple of days now. Versed. It's called Versed. I didn't think it was the best. I want propofol. Versed. It wasn't very good. I'd rather have propofol. But they weren't taking requests. You guys like Versed? They weren't taking requests. Versed. 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 Wow, you guys know Versed. Oh, thanks. Hooked on the Phonics, Wendy. Thank you for that. They gave me a double dose, and I think I just have a headache from it. Yeah, it didn't do anything with it for me. I know, no propofol. I'm gonna put that in the comment section. I wasn't obnoxious. I was super quiet. No, Versed. It sounds familiar. No, I'm excited. Like wake up tomorrow. I don't know if I'll sleep that well. Um, she was so mean. She was so mean. I lost half the hair on my body. Where's it? Oh, I still have my band. I don't think it's. They shaved. I didn't talk about shaving my bits. Um, so yeah, they shaved everything because they don't know if they're going in through the wrist or the groin. So I was definitely exposed today. They did because they have to get you ready. Yeah, they make sure because if they're in there and they can't get into the wrist, they they yeah. I wasn't gonna tell them, Wendy, but apparently, yeah, the shaving was interesting. That was interesting. They do put a bandage there, and it was very cold. It was very cold. They put a bandage down there because they get that whole area ready for. Yeah, Wendy's just letting it all out. They get both areas ready for surgery or whatever they call it, so that you're ready. I am very smooth. I'm probably get itchy tomorrow. I had to pay cash for that one. Um, that was an extra service. Um, so it's gonna itch everywhere. They did a lot of shaving. They brought out the weed whacker. Um, well, it's embarrassing because there's an audience. Um, there's an audience. You did tell me, Mike. That's the weird. No tiny hiney. Oh, they did see my yeah, because they're like, don't. You have the gown on. They're like, don't tie it. We need we need your butt exposed. Yes, so you lay right on that table. Everybody's calling me now. Yeah, so they say don't tie the back up, so you're just flapping in the wind in the back there, and it's a very odd situation. You feel very exposed. Um, it's cold in there. They pretty much gave me a bikini wax. Yes, they 100% did. Don't say they didn't do it. They were generous with the buzzer. They were very generous with the buzzer. I found that out later. It was not. I did feel very vulnerable. That was definitely a thing. Who's trying to get to me? And I was wearing I was all set. Like I had my pajamas on. I was gonna wear thermals because I knew it was gonna be cold, and they're just like, yeah, everything off. Well, oh yeah, you got you. Mike. um, I was so like, I was dressed for comfort. They didn't care. They didn't even look at me. Like it was like, oh, they didn't care. They really didn't could care less. They were just like buzzing away. They didn't care. It was very sad. Well, they slapped this bandage that's super cold on your bit. Did they do that to you, Mike? I thought they were going through the inner thigh. It wouldn't have been in the inner thigh. It was not a fun situation. What? I didn't want to take my I wore my fluffy socks because I was did they do what? Oh, did they put that cold bandage on you? So they said I could put their slippers on. No, they put this cold bandage on my groinal area. Um, I think she was doing that to be mean. She might have just been doing that to be mean. No, I had two pairs of socks on. I am home. I did have that. I was cold. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Um, no, Wendy, this woman wasn't very nice to me. And maybe to restrict the blood flow. I mean, I was gonna say something, I won't. Why they put that cold patch on you, Wendy? Wendy would know. No, I'm gonna chill out. Groinal area. My mom's gonna feed tomorrow and trim hooves. She's hoof trimming. She's doing hoof trimming tomorrow. Oh no, I know not everybody loves me. This woman really didn't like because you need your bits out of the way. It was definitely gold, Mike. Hi, Holly. Okay. I'm going to go chill out because I'm exhausted. I just want to jump on. This is a very short live. So I want to make sure everybody apparently got a good laugh, but knew I was home, safe and sound. And thank you for all your love. Have a great night. And peace, love, and pegs. I got to call about my blanket.